What's up, Shay Bays? It's your girl Simply Shay here, back with another video for our segment, Ladies Corner. Without further ado, let's go. Alright ladies, so this video is kind of going to be done a little bit different. The topic is really coming from a photo quote that I found in my phone. I definitely am that person. I get quotes from like Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, and they just stay in my phone taking up storage. But I'm gonna read this one for you guys really quick and we'll get into it and discuss it. So it says, when I was little, I thought love was about red roses and expensive dinners. Truth is, love is giving her half your fries when she said she wasn't hungry. It's waking up at 4 a.m. to her snoring and refraining from pushing her off the bed. It's talking in accents just for the fun of it and trying to embarrass each other in public. It's going on adventures and making fun of each other. It's stupid fights and memorable makeups. Love isn't pretty and romantic. Love is just stumbling through life with your best friend. And when I saw that in my phone, I was just like, oh, I should make a video about this. Because I feel like, especially in our generation, we have this weird ideology about love and what love is and what love looks like, and we don't understand that love is very unique to each person, but it all has the same concept, the same basic concept. It's you deciding and saying, hey, you know what? I think that this would be a pretty great person to stumble through life together. Hey, I think, like, you know, like the quote said, it's stumbling through life with your best friend. Hey, you know, out of all of the people in the world and all of the issues that everybody has, I think that this person is someone that, you know, I would be okay with stumbling through life with. That, you know, I feel like this is for us ladies, the rib that we're supposed to, you know, that we came from. And I think that because society and social media and movies and parents and heartbreak has told us that love is supposed to be romantic and it's supposed to just sweep you off of your feet and you're supposed to look at the person and your eyes meet, and like that it's supposed to be this freaking just grand wonderful thing in that way, that we pass up true opportunities to love someone. And it's not saying that love isn't great, that love can't be epic, but not in the way that Hollywood would want you to think of it. Not in the way that as young girls, and I'm guilty of it too, we think of it, oh, I'm gonna meet Prince Charming and he's gonna be perfect for me and our lives are gonna be perfect and we're gonna have perfect babies and the perfect wedding and the perfect. It's unrealistic. People aren't perfect. I say that all the time. We are not perfect. Only perfection that we have is through God. And that's a part of finding someone to go through life with. It's first and foremost making sure that you're someone that someone would want to go through life with, but also, especially for us ladies, seeking God before we take that plunge. Seeking God before we make that decision, because one thing about us ladies that guys don't really realize is a lot of us, the reason why either we are the way that we are now when it comes to just being hard and stuff like that, or quite the opposite, is because we love hard. Is because when we love someone, we love them hard, we love them fiercely. I definitely am that person. And I won't say unfortunately. I won't say unfortunately, because I know in God's timing, like, whatever. But I definitely am one of those people. When I love you, I love hard, I love fiercely, I love like with everything. And we don't realize how vulnerable that makes us when it comes to loving the wrong person, when it comes to searching for a romanticized idea. A romanticized idea of the theory of loving someone, and not really understanding that, okay, hey, in saying that I love you and choosing to be in a relationship with you, choosing to marry you, choosing, you know, to enter into the lifetime partnership with you, I'm saying that, hey, not only am I going to accept you when you're bringing me flowers and doing all of these sweet things, but I'm going to accept you when you're freaking snoring at night. I'm going to accept you when you work on my nerves, or and you're going to accept me when I'm moody, when I have an attitude for no reason. You're going to, accept me in this. Hey, I'm going to accept your family. Hey, you're going to, you have to understand that it's a give take. That it isn't going to always be great. It isn't going to always be beautiful. It isn't going to always feel wonderful. And it's the importance and the reason why it is so important to, before you enter into anything with someone, to seek God about it first. It would be futile to think that you're not going to meet some Mr. Wrongs before you meet the Mr. Right. Unfortunately, that's just a part of it. You have to kind of grow. You have to figure out what it is that you don't and you do like, and you have to go through some things that has to build you. You have to go through some things and meet some people, and you have to go through those Mr. Wrongs first before you can first appreciate the Mr. Right when you find him. Before you can know what Mr. Right is going to be and going to look like. You can't enter into it oblivious, to what it is that, in this, I have a complete list of my ideal partner, a solid page filled with traits and just different things, and I pray over it every day. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to write this and it be accurate and it be things that actually mean something to me. And it be something, that I can actually say, hey, no, I want this because I didn't have it here, or I don't want this because I know I didn't like it in this person, or, you have to kind of be able to go through the Mr. Wrongs, go through the, flings and those different things to be able to say, okay, hey, now this is what I want, God, out of the Mr. Right. This is what I want out of the Mr. Right. And in that, God, I understand that he may not always be right, but he's going to be right for me. That it may not always be wonderful and sugar plums and gumdrops and feel epic. But when it's epic, it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. And it's important, again, to make sure that it is your prayer. God, you placed the right person in my life. God, I don't want fairy tales. I don't want a Prince Charming. I don't want sparks and, I don't want all of those things that sound wonderful. I want to be placed back into the rib cage that I came out of. That's something that we don't realize as women, that we are a missing rib for someone. We're a missing rib for someone. And I don't know about y'all, but I would love to find who it is that I came from. Who it is that God has for me, because I know that no one else is going to be able to match my weirdness. To encourage me, to pray for me, to hype me up, to argue with me, to tell me when I'm wrong. Like the person that God has for me. And again, yes, you got to go through some Mr. Wrongs. Yeah, you got to be misplaced and try, oh, no, I don't fit there. Oh, no, I don't fit there. But ladies, what we have to understand is that the Bible says that he who finds a good thing, it's he who finds it, not she. So if you're out there looking, if you're out there oh, where he at? Where he at? Dude, you got to be findable. You got to be findable. You got to be in a place, first of all, in yourself where you're satisfied, where you are, if you're not already there, working towards who God called you to be and working out those things, the attitude, working out, the independence in a sense where you won't be submissive. You have to be able to be in a place where you've worked out those things. But one thing my first lady always says, is for us ladies, we have to know how to make a house a home. That's not something that you should learn when you get into it. You should already know how to do that. You should already know how to be a lady. You should already know there are things that you should already know to be findable. how to manage your money, how to do different things like that. You should already know, or at least 75-85% be there. And then God will allow that person to find you, and then God will work it out. But it's not going to be perfect. We have to stop looking for perfection. If we can't find our perfection in ourselves, how can we expect to find perfection in someone else? It's just not possible. It's not possible. It's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be epic. It's meant to be right. It's meant to be destined, for lack of a better word. So, ladies, get out of the romanticized version of what you think love is. Get out of the looking for love, because a lot of times when we go looking for it, that is not what we find. It may feel good at the beginning, but that is not what we find. Remain findable, like my first lady always says. Remain findable. And in your time where it's just you, work on yourself. Learn a little bit more about you so that you can then show that person how to love yourself. Because guess what? I truly believe that you teach people how to love you. And if you don't love yourself, you can't teach somebody else how to love you. You just can't. So I hope that this quick video helped you guys. I hope that it gave you something to think about. Listen, ladies, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Remember, continue to grow and glow.